Oh, there we go.
Yeah, welcome everybody to Nerdocracy, the show for nerds governed by nerds. This is our inaugural episode. I'm Jordan, and honored to be joined by Alberto.
Other direction. You'll get it. It's the opposite of whatever you think.
Yep. Hey guys, how you doing?
Alberto and Tom. That way.
Calm down.
It's incredibly difficult to do this from the opposite direction.
It is, right?
But welcome to the inaugural episode, whoever ends up joining in, because we are live on a very short notice. And I had multiple people reach out to me on Instagram and say, we want to join, but we haven't seen Superman or Fantastic Four yet.
Which is unbelievable to me at this point.
Superman especially. It's been out for a while.
No week.
Yeah. Fantastic Four, I get it.
Yeah. Fantastic Four has been like 4 days, which is funny. It's been 4 days.
4 days, and I've seen it 3 times. I guess I should get a life.
I think you have a great one. I don't know. Sounds like you have the perfect life if you go see that movie 4 times.
Yes. I'm sitting here chatting with my fellow nerd friends, drinking bourbon, and getting ready to talk about probably the most comic book films that have ever been made.
Yeah.
And I never that actually work. You know, comic book films that are actually good.
Do you know of any comic book films that are very comic booky you feel that don't work? Not
like this. I mean, maybe Punisher Warzone.
Okay, that is a perfect example. Yeah. Honestly, you hit it out of the park. Yeah. Let me tell you. Because that was very comic booky, and I agree.
Yeah, but it doesn't work. But this is the inaugural episode. Something will be happening on this channel every week. What that is, don't really know yet. Who all is involved, don't really know the answer to that either. The open invitation is always to Alberto and Tom. But I will continue to make Nerdocracy videos regardless. Hopefully we're all together, but either way, some nerd's going to be on here spewing nonsense.
Some nerds.
Yep. Proud. I'm a proud nerd, man.
Hell yeah. I love that over the years in my lifetime, I watched that phrase get reclaimed. Because growing up, nerd was very much a, Revenge of the Nerds, like during that time frame, because that's when I was a kid, and like it was very much a negative thing. And geek was the softer one, right? It was like, I'm okay being called a geek.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it kind of switched where geek is not cool, but nerd got better. And now everybody's just like celebrating it all, and I love it. Like I'm very happy that at least has worked out to a good place today.
Now it's all inclusive. It's not just a limited amount of people who are subject to being bullied at school and everything. Now it's just pop culture movement, so, man.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah, whatever category you fall under, nerd, geek, whatever, I think we obviously all fall under those, given what's behind us.
Yeah.
Tom is about to be consumed by
Galactus.
A Galactus. Which Galactus, we don't know, but a Galactus.
I see one's creeping around Alberto's corner too. He's looking like ready to take him.
He's keeping
he's side-eyeing you, Alberto. He's like, oh.
He's kind of peeking like, are you guys going to talk about my movie yet?
Yeah, right? I'm only here for my movie.
Yeah.
Which Matthew's in the chat, Fist of Murdoch, and he has not seen either film.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? Matthew Weekly, you, sir, need to go. Stop watching this. Go to the movies.
So back to back today. Yeah, it's a good day to one after the other. Get it over and done with. Yeah.
We could lie to you, Matthew, and say Aquaman's in both of them. Then he'd be there like that.
It's true. It's absolutely true. You said the right word, I think, to activate him.
Yes. But I figure we'd start off with non-spoiler discussion of, we'll start with Superman since it's been out longer. And then Fantastic Four, and then go spoilery. That way the good folks like Matthew, if they want to bow out, they can. It's hard for me to do non-spoiler, but I'll try.
I find it to be hard only because I stopped watching the trailers after the first one, so I don't know what's even common, like what people know about the movies.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, there's specific stuff in each that are very much, this is a spoiler, big reveal kind of thing that it's easy to talk about.
I don't actually watch trailers anymore unless I see them before a film.
That's great.
I will not click on any trailer for any movie unless it plays before a film I'm getting ready to watch. So I'm totally surprised every time.
Yeah, good man.
Yeah.
It's hard to do, especially on social media, where they put those trailers in between like every story post.
I scroll so fast.
Yeah.
Reading it?
I've seen they showed everything on the after trailers after the release, so it's just maybe the plot about the movie, so we can talk about characters or everything else. So
Yeah.
Jordan, you're back, so I can see you.
Yeah, you guys disappeared for me, and everyone's frozen again.
Well, we can hear you. You're frozen on the live stream, but we can still hear you.
You're lagging a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, actually, what's funny is I have the live stream on over here, and it's me and you, Alberto, that are freezing. But I'm assuming it's because Jordan's posted. Yeah.
Let me see if I can close stuff over here.
We'll
figure this out eventually, guys. Growing pains.
Growing pains. Doing the first one live was an oversight by this democracy, but yeah.
I want to shout out Mr. TJ Fry is also in the chat.
TJ,
hey!
We love you, TJ.
What up, TJ?
We love you, brother.
We love you, and we love your photographs. We need more of them.
Yes, agreed on all accounts.
Okay, everyone's unfrozen for me. We all good on your end?
Yeah, let's begin.
Okay, all right. So Superman, I guess it doesn't have to be totally non-spoiler, but we can start off with overall thoughts. I don't know if you guys do ratings.
Yeah, I could do a rating for both of the movies. For sure.
I can too. But
I've seen them both twice now. That's usually where I feel comfortable putting a number on it, is if I see it more than once.
Yes.
I've seen it once both, but I'll give it my rating. I say 9.2 Superman, 9.4 Fantastic Four. So there we go.
That's really high. That's amazing.
We're going to have to discuss that because I don't understand the 0.2 and the 0.4.
Well, 9 for both. Makes it easier for you. Yeah, they're good movies. They're really good movies. They're just so human that you feel. I haven't gone to the movies and walked out feeling good about what I just saw. I was like, damn, really good movie making that for both of them.
Yeah.
Superman was needed in the current times that we're living in, and Fantastic Four also. It's takes Superman to that human level that has been missing since I think Christopher Reeve, honestly, on the big.
Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah,
you get a little bit of it in the TV shows. I will say, Lois and Superman did a really good job giving a lot of heart to Superman. I don't know if you guys watched Lois and Superman, but it was
the one with Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler Holdrum. I think it's called Superman and Lois. I've reversed it, but yeah, that was despite some CW-ness of it all, they did a really good job with that Superman. I think in terms of keeping the hope alive.
Yep.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Superman. It's very comic booky, and it's but at the same time it touches a lot of subjects about humanity, politics, religion, everything, but in a non-offensive way. It's I don't know how James Gunn does it, but it's something else, and it's worth giving it a chance if you're like, no, I'm a Snyder fan. It's worth sitting down and watching that movie, even not what your opinion might be, but it's a really good movie. I'm sorry.
No, I would say the struggle that I think most people have with Superman especially is he is everyone's, I generalize, but I feel like he is a lot of people's sacred cow. Now, whether he's their sacred cow because they read the comics, Donner, Snyder, Smallville, my younger brother, Smallville is the perfect Superman because that's what he watched when he was little.
He was never even Superman on that show until the very last episode, so please.
But he's his sacred cow. He's his sacred cow in the sense that he holds everyone to that standard of what he perceives Superman to be, which I think is a problem. Especially if you read comics, you have to be open-minded to changing your perception of a character because it consistently changes in a comic book. So
Yeah, I
we
was gonna
should go to
say,
films the same way.
I was going to say, if you were going to say that, especially if you're a comic reader, the sacred cow argument is it makes it hard. I would actually argue that, but I think you kind of came back around on it.
Yeah.
Because in the comics, they've explored every story you could possibly ever tell with Superman, pretty much at this point in time in comics. He's been the beacon of hope. He's been good. He's been evil. He's been sent to destroy the planet. Like, we've seen it all. So we've seen every aspect of it. But at the core of what made the pure DC Comics Superman that always kind of kept coming back to, is what I think James Gunn latched on to this. And that is he's just a man. Granted, he's an alien, but he's a man just trying to do good and do the best he can, be the best. Like, he has this power, use it to make sure that, those that don't have it can benefit from it in some way.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, without going down the rabbit hole of discussing every iteration of Superman on screen, I think they all have done that in some way. Every Superman that we've seen on screen, for me personally, I
have my arguments there. But some have been told not to save people. I don't know, but
Yes. Well, maybe.
Jordan, what's your rating? Because we heard Alberto's rating, so what's your rating
for Superman?
For Superman.
So we're doing 10s. We're doing out of 10.
Yep.
And we can include point
Get
1,
as
2, 3. Okay.
Granular as you
I'm
want,
teasing.
man. Get high on it.
I would give Superman 7.5 out of 10.
So, first time I saw it, I came out of the theater and be like, that's a good 7.5 movie.
Yep.
Second time I saw it, I was like, I think that's like a little bit better because I just find it to be rewatchable, like very rewatchable. And that, I think at the end of it, I was like, I think that might be an 8.15467, however many decimals you want to go.
Yep.
I think it's a solid 8 for me in that range because of the rewatchability of it. Like, I could go for watching that right now instantly.
There's so much that's so good.
Yeah.
And there's a few things that pull me out. And after watching it twice, they combat each other. So I'm all in. And then something pulls me out. And then it takes me a second to get back in. And that's just me personally. But, there's a few things that just really pull me right out. And that takes away from my overall enjoyment of the film as a whole. I will say Corn Sweat and Superman himself, 10 out of 10.
He's an 11 out of 10 in my book.
Yes.
They could not have cast that better. And I had never seen that man in anything before, so he was an unknown to me.
Same.
And he just embodied that character perfectly.
Yeah.
Alberto, thoughts on Corn Sweat? I mean, you gave it a 9, so I imagine you like.
No, he's Superman as for the time being. Yeah. So they did an awesome casting there, and I have no complaints. Funny thing is that the guy who played Lex Luthor was also in the Run from the Park.
Yeah,
it could have been an interesting take, but I'm really glad it came down to him. Yeah, he has the presence. He has even the way he talks, he moves, how he flew in the movie. I know, but it's very comic book Superman to me. So that made me very happy. And I gotta say, I'm surprised by the scores of both of you guys. So I would like to hear why, because you went 7 point what, Jordan?
5.
You gave it a what?
7.5. Yeah, 7.5.
I'm interested to hear what are those things that made you take down to the 7 scale. I thought
it's still good. I think.
I agree.
I just want to say, I feel like in this society, we have somehow found 7 as a failing grade, and it is not. That is still a good ass.
Because I know we've spoken about this before, that you have a special place with Man of Steel in your heart. Maybe that made a contrast with this one against that one. I don't know if that came into play or.
I don't think. I hope not, because I try to always go in clean slate. This is what it is. I won't let something else affect me on someone else's interpretation of a character.
Okay.
So we'll get in more into what made it. But like Tom said, in my mind, like 9 and 10 are perfect films. And then 6, 7, and 8 are good films. And then anything below that doesn't matter. I'm not even going to review it if it's that bad. But yeah, that's the way I look at it. So I feel like 7.5 is this is a really good movie.
It's because lately the superhero movies after Endgame, I haven't seen anything that I would say above 4 or 5.
Okay, I'm going to call bullshit there
Well-
because, first of all, Guardians 3 came out after Endgame.
Yeah, I take that back.
Wakanda Forever came out after Endgame.
I have not.
Okay, well, if you haven't seen it, that's, you know,
I saw it, and I tried to start Captain America, and I did not like it at all.
Thunderbolts?
I have not seen Thunderbolts. I have to go back and see that one.
All right, so there's a lot you have not seen that I feel like you need to watch before you can say that nothing after Endgame is
It's just,
up there.
I don't know, man. It's not something that is like, calling me into. I want to see Thunderbolts, but I don't know, from after whatever came out of Endgame, there's a couple that I might, Multiverse of Madness, Spider-Man, but nothing compared to these two. I think at least Fantastic Four has been one of the best movies since, I would say, Endgame, honestly, that I've seen that can reach that mark and that make me come out of the theater like, wow, this is, I can get back to the MCU if they keep it like this. And honestly, I would say that if they keep Universe 828 by itself and leave it alone as it is and just make 3 more movies, and that's fine. They don't have to mess it up with, whatever plans they have.
Well, it's going to get messed up.
That's me wishful thinking. I was like, just
I came out of the movie thinking, because it's not a spoiler to say that it takes place in a different universe, and they label at the very beginning of the movie, this is 828. So we could talk about it being 828. I came out being like, I want them to move all of the MCU to the 828. Give me all Silver Age, campy, corny superheroes living in this colorful, bright, positive world with the villains being exactly what they are in the comics. They're just laughable, like ridiculous characters. I would love that. Like, if that's the new direction for the MCU, I would be hyped beyond belief. I know that's not going to be the case because conversely, Thunderbolts is very rooted in today, right? Like, it's all very government, very this, that. So I don't think that they're going to be able to balance those, but I would love it if they stayed in 828. That was such a good universe.
I was like, leave it alone. Just leave that 828 by itself. Make 3 movies. You already mentioned all of it. I'm going into the spoil. You mentioned all the possible villains and blah, blah, blah. So we can be happy with that. So, but they're going to do their stuff.
So Tom, your rating for Superman was 8?
It's an 8 now. And I feel like every time I watch it, I feel like it's going to creep up a little bit more, just because I find the first time I watch it, I'm going in looking forward to be surprised and to be wowed and to be all this. And I think coming out of it, it was more the reason why I knocked it down a little bit. I could talk without spoilers. Is it's pacing. It's a little bit of, I wanted more time spent in certain areas and things like that. There's just like some stuff that I felt like if this were 2 movies or something like that spread out, or a series or something, I feel like they could have expanded on some stuff. But every time, or the next time I watched it, I kind of let go of that and kind of just enjoyed the beats as they happened. And I found things like, oh yeah, this is the moment when Guy Gardner does this, or this is the moment when this happens. And I just got like excited for it. And I felt like, okay, that bumps it up a little bit. And I wanted to, when I got home that night after watching it the second time, I wanted to buy it on my TV and watch it again, like instantly. And I was like, I'm upset that I can't.
I love that.
Maybe a couple more weeks. Yeah.
So we'll real quickly, we'll give our Fantastic Four, I guess, scores before we get into spoilers, because I feel like we're really like bursting at the seams to actually discuss things we can't discuss before certain people, just you, Matthew, need to bow out.
Well, let me ask real quick, because Matthew did throw this out, and I want to bring this up before you jump on. He wanted to know what, Jordan, your number, what a 10 movie is to you. So he understands where your scale is.
Oh boy.
What is a perfect film?
I know mine.
Yeah, I mean, I can name one I feel like there's an easy one, like Fellowship of the Ring is a 10 for me.
Okay.
But something that people may not consider a 10, Inception.
Okay.
That's like, I can watch that movie over and over, and it's a 10 out of 10 in every way. But I judge films on 5 categories, I guess.
Ooh,
So
tell us.
when I go into a movie, I judge it initially on the plot and the story. That's like number one. The story has to work for me. Obviously, it's all subjective, but it has to work for me. And then number 2 is acting. The acting has to be good. If there's bad actors, it'll immediately pull me right out.
Yeah. Believability in a sense
yes.
of the body
Yeah.
of the character.
I would say 3 would be direction. You know, you can have a good story and you can have great actors, and then the movie's all over the place, and we've seen that a lot. Some of my favorite directors have fallen into that trap where they just take good material and they do terrible things with it. But then 4 for me is score. Score matters a lot to me. I'm a big score. I flew all the way to Paris just to see Hans Zimmer. I'm like, yeah, Paris is great, but I'm here to see Hans Zimmer. So score is massive for me. And then 5, and this may differ from some folks, but I care a lot about costume and set design.
Oh yeah, no, that should matter for sure.
It affects me, and it'll be something we talk about as far as Superman goes, but the costume and set design really affects how I get drawn into a film. So those are the 5 criteria that I really go into a film in my head the entire time. But I would say a 10, Fellowship of the Ring, Inception. Those would be my examples. But I'm curious what your guys' examples are. What's a 10 for you?
Alberto said he had an easy one, so go ahead. I find
Yeah.
this question to be impossible. But go ahead.
Jaws. That's my
Which one?
Jaws. It's my favorite
Jaws?
movie.
Jaws is a
Dun
great
dun
one.
dun 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 dun.
I've watched that movie in I don't know how many times. I would agree with you on the Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Rings. Yeah, I think that is one perfect 10 of a movie. And but I'm more of an Alien. I think Jaws, Alien, and Lord of the Rings.
The
That would
Thing.
be-
The Thing is a 10 for me.
The Thing is a perfect movie. I agree with that.
It is. Yeah, it would be up there. Yeah. 9, 7, but yeah, top for me at 10 is. It's Jaws, yeah, because it basically defines the genre of the adventure, the big monster, the hiding, you know, all that stuff that we've seen for ages now. But you can still go back to that movie, and it's for me, it's like watching it for the first time. There's gonna be a 50-year release on IMAX, and I'm not missing that by any means necessary. I'll be there. Front row.
Did you question about Jaws specifically? Did you watch that the first time when you were young?
I did.
Okay.
My mom edited in VHS, so she took out the bloody parts, and then when I was like in my teens, I saw it again. I said, I don't remember this happening in the movie. It was for me watching the extended edition because my mother, God bless her, she would take all the movies and edit all nudity, all violence and everything. I saw Conan without violence and nudity until I was like 13 or 15 years. So
So you saw like a 15-minute movie?
Yeah, I was gonna say, were these movies like 30
Yeah,
minutes?
so
Like,
when he was
how
about
short
to
were
bang with
these?
somebody, then it cuts to some other conversation scene. When he had somebody, it jumped. But she took the time, dude. We had a big VHS collection, and all the movies that had violence in it, she took the time, and But at least I saw part of the movie, so I grew up with that.
That's awesome.
But then I watching them at my teen years, it was like a whole new experience. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
this
The other
happened.
half of the movie unlocked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
All right, Tom, we need your 10. What's a 10 for you?
I find this question to be impossible because my tastes change like almost given on a day situation.
A true comic book fan, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, like, I love this movie, Guardians of the Galaxy, like a lot. I don't know. That's the thing, though. I don't know if I put it as a 10. I don't think I've ever rated anything as a 10. Like, because my favorite movies are like Guardians of the Galaxy, Goodfellas. They kind of span like all over the place, but I don't think I've ever sat down but like that's a 10. Actually, you know what? Spider-Verse. Both Spider-Verse movies are
Oh, yes.
freaking 10s. I'm not going to swear yet because I don't know if we've unlocked that part of the show yet, but those are 10s.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
unlocked. They're fucking 10s. Yes, they're
Okay. There you go.
The first one, I found the second one a bit too long, but I do love the first one too. It's a very good movie. So yeah.
The first one is I would actually say it's for a comic book movie. It is a perfect comic book movie.
It is.
Explores origin in a unique way without making you feel like you're watching. Like, it doesn't feel like I'm watching an origin movie, but that whole movie from start to finish is Miles Morales. So good.
It is.
So,
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay, so
So I'm glad that's over.
The sweating bullets. I was like, oh,
Yep. Okay, Tom. Alberto already gave us his, but what's your score for, before we get into spoilers, for Fantastic
Four. This one's tough because I have not actually like thought about it as much because I've had 2 weeks since Superman.
Yep.
I watched Fantastic Four twice in the past 4 days. Coming out of it the first night, I want to say it was like an 8.75, maybe a 9. Last night's viewing might have solidified it as a 9, but there's still some stuff that I'm just like, okay. I feel pretty comfortable if we're doing the point decimal things, like 8.75-ish range right now. I'm going to stay there.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you?
9.5, I would say.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's real close to 10. Okay,
It's
all right.
close. Yeah, it's close. And
I'll tell you, anytime this guy was on screen, 11 out of 10.
Yes.
Like, I when I came out of it last night, I was like, I think I love the things I love about this movie is Galactus. Everything I love about this movie is I felt like I was a child every time he was on screen. My face was beaming. I had goosebumps on my skin. Like, it was just all over the place. I was like, this is done perfectly. It's just so happy.
That first meeting scene is fantastic.
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Matthew, we love you. If you want to bow out, now's the time. But we're going to go ahead and get into spoiler territory on both of these films because it's time. We've been tiptoeing around the whole time, and now we got to go.
Yeah. Yep.
So consider yourself warmed. Have a happy.
All right.
You have a happy too, my friend.
Have a happy language. It's funny. All right.
All right, here we go.
Spoiler talk, right?
So we'll start with Superman. I don't feel like there's much for you to say, Alberto. You love it. It's 9.2 or whatever, but we can get into spoilers now.
I thought he said it right afterwards.
The what? It blacked out the sound for a minute. I didn't.
Oh, okay. I thought you went up from a 9.2 to a 9.4. Is that right? Did I hear that right?
No, 9.4 Fantastic Four, 9.2 Superman.
That's what it was. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. All right. What made it the 9.2 and what brought it down the 0.8 for you?
What I didn't. Wait, you mean Fantastic
Superman.
Four?
No, we're talking
Superman.
Superman.
Oh, I don't. Because I'm really partial to Ben Grimm. I really love seeing him in a movie, so that made me more excited than Superman, actually. So, yeah, I'm a big The Thing fan. So just so you guys know, so since I was a kid, so it's Spider-Man and The Thing. So that's my top 2 Marvel heroes. I don't know. It's the whole family thing and the whole dynamic with the Fantastic Four, and that you're rooting for them, with this. Because the thing is that they brought Galactus in at the first, so they're literally dealing with an end game bigger, I might say, than Thanos situation. That it's that, and then having them come together for that, it was a better experience for me than Superman, but it's not that far away from that. But I think I really enjoyed more Fantastic Four than Superman, so that's just by 0.2, so it's not that much difference. So, but how about you guys?
Tom, no, I defer
No?
to you. Whichever direction you are, this direction.
Yeah, I don't know because the screen up here looks very different than what's on the live stream, so I don't even know where to go.
No, it's all you,
all right.
Tom. Superman. What makes it an 8 out of 10 for you?
All right, so Superman, I've already said it already, but I see that Numbskull Shots. Nate has joined us in the chat, so
Nate.
it's new for Nate. Nate, we're talking spoiler talk, so
Yes,
I'm sure you probably have seen them at this point, but I want to clarify that kind of going in.
Nate, Battle
So-
Brother.
Talking Superman again, I think an 8 is really good, and I think I put it up that high because the hopeful ability, or just like the hopeful feeling that comes off Superman, the act of kindness that he gives, his one line delivery where he's like, "Hey, what the hey?" to Crypto in the very beginning. I'm like, "Oh, this is my farm boy. We're finally here," and I felt like at home with that character, and the fact that like we got glimpses into this greater world. You know, we got the Justice Gang, we got Guy Gardner, we have Hawk Girl, we have Mr. Terrific, who, by the way, Mr. Terrific would be a reason why I would mark it even higher, is because he was so good. Some stuff that they kind of scattered in there that didn't work as well for me is like how briefly they kind of just throw Metamorpho in, almost like they kind of just needed somebody to hey, this guy can generate kryptonite, so let's have him make kryptonite. We have a character like a Green Lantern can also make kryptonite, so they could have done that way without having to bring another person in. But I was happy to get Metamorpho, and we did get Metamorpho stuff kind of seeded throughout the movie. Like we saw Stag Industries behind stuff in the background, which that's where Metamorpho was created, and we kind of saw little stuff here or there, but it felt very thrown in a little bit. The Joey thing, his son being across the way, felt a little heavy-handed. The fact that he was okay killing Superman slowly, but the second a dude got shot in front of him, he's like, "Oh, I draw the line now." I'm like, well,
I agree. That pulled me out. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, and I hate that I did this, but I laughed very hard when he started crying after the guy got shot the first time I saw it, because I think a little bit has to do with the costume. The costume didn't work for emoting to me. It looked very good, but it didn't allow him to have the subtle emotions that you need to watch someone kind of slowly shift. And that actor is amazing. I don't know if people have seen Barry, but Barry is an amazing show, and that guy is amazing in it. He's NoHo Hank in Barry, so I know he can emote, but there's little stuff like that kind of knocked it down, because I laughed at spots that I didn't feel comfortable laughing almost. Yep. And the Ultraman reveal, I knew it had to be, because I know Ultraman from the comics is a Superman from another universe. When we started off, I'm like, are we going to be doing multiverse from the get-go? And clearly not. Also, how the engineer is really good, but can she stand up to all the stuff she stood up to as a character? Because I've only ever seen her in Stormwatch and the Authority, and she's one of many. I've never read a engineer alone. I'm like, can she stand up to Superman? No, not many people can stand up to Superman. A clone of Superman can stand up to Superman, of course, because it's Superman, and we heard it's a stronger one. So little stuff. It's all little stuff that knocked it down the 2 points. It's not. I had it wasn't too jokey. I didn't feel it was. I see people saying that it's too James Gunn. And I'm like, I didn't feel like it was that James Gunny at all. The stuff that really worked was Lois Lane was amazing.
Yes. Perfect casting. Yep.
Amazing. And as you brought up already, Alberto, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, great job. He was evil. It was awesome. He would have been the worst Superman of all time, and I'm really glad they cast him as Lex. Yeah. So the stuff that worked really worked, and the stuff that didn't work didn't pull me out of it enough to go lower than where I put it, is really what I would say. I love that movie.
There's one thing, and I wanted your both opinion on this one. How they treated the origins, I think Fantastic Four, even though it was short, they killed it. Literally. Mm-hmm. Basically, it was here's a recap of all our famous covers all through the years, and explain what's going on with Superman, the whole 3-3-3-3-3. Yeah. And that had me a little bit worried for the first 5 minutes of the movie. I was like, okay, where this is going. But then Crypto came down and everything, and okay, I'm good. I'm good to go. But
Yeah.
I didn't like how they approached that intro or the backstory. But
It did start off in medias res, right? In the middle of things. Like, it was very interesting to start an entire universe in the middle of an ongoing story, which I found jarring at first, the first time. But the second time I went to go see it, I felt like that I was fine with it. I think because I knew to expect that it starts with what was it, 3 centuries ago, then it's 3 decades ago, then 3 years ago. Like, the way they kind of count down, it worked for me better upon the second watch. But I agree with you, Alberto. It was very jarring at first. Like, I was a little worried too going in.
Yeah.
Jordan, do you have any thoughts about like how they kind of kicked off the universe? Or
I'm definitely probably in the minority with this, but I'm one of those that every time I see Batman, I want to see the pearls and I want to see the parents'
you
death.
are insane.
Yeah. So
That's
every
nuts.
time I see a superhero that
No
I
wonder
love,
you like Snyder stuff.
yeah,
Those
right?
fucking slow motion pearls.
Yeah, like I want it. I want all that shit that I've seen and read 1,000 times. I want it again, and maybe it's because it pulls me back. When I see that stuff, I'm transported to, oh shit, the first time I read a comic book or the first time this. I like the origin stuff to be heavy, but I realize for a broader audience, you can't keep doing that shit over and over again. It doesn't equate. I would say it's an interesting perspective from someone that is not a constituent of the nerdocracy, basically. And that would be my wife, who does not know anything at all about comic book characters and really doesn't care. She goes to the films because she wants to see a movie or because I want to go. So when we left Superman, I said, what's your opinion as someone, and this is a quote from the movie, not of the cloth. I said, as someone not of the cloth.
Love that quote, by the
Yes,
way. One of
me
my
too.
favorite moments. I laughed out loud.
She said, I was entertained, but it was cheesy. And then
Sounds
when
like
we
cheesy.
when we left Fantastic Four, I said, okay, as someone not of the cloth, what's your opinion? And she said, I know nothing about these characters, but I was in the whole time. So that's maybe the way to look at the general audience's perception, even though probably not accurate because both movies are scoring well. But I feel like it really encompassed the way I felt about the films as well.
I do think it goes a little bit into theme, right? Because the Superman movie is it's an all powerful singular character that you're kind of following through this world and how it reacts to an all powerful character. Fantastic Four is family. It starts off with
Any dynamic, that's
it immediately kicks off with Sue's pregnant. There's nothing more personal, right, between a man and his wife than that moment right there, and that is how it opens. And I feel like that if you're going to a movie to be emotionally affected, that's going to hit immediately for you. Not seeing an all-powerful God bleeding in the snow.
Right. Yeah, I think the family perspective, it's going to relate to someone in the audience, no matter who it is. It's going to relate. Superman's a little bit different. I would say, as far as Superman goes, the things that really brought it to the point where it was for myself. Tom, you kind of covered on some of them already. The things that pulled me out, one of the things that really bothered me, and I hate this in films, is exposition where it's not needed. I don't need things explained to me as a moviegoer. I can understand these things, and I would rather figure them out on my own than have them explained where they don't feel like it's flowing with the film. One of the big things is when they go into the Fortress of Solitude and the engineer hooks up, and then I'm in, and then she explains to Lex, I've had all my humanity stripped from me and blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
I felt that exact same thing.
I don't need this. And it pulled me right out. And then it took me another 3 minutes to get back into the film, because I'm like, that exposition was so bad. So things like that really bother me. Obviously, it's subjective, so it's going to bother me more than someone else. They're going to it's gone. They're right back into it. But another thing that really, I think James Gunn is the master of working with B and C level characters because he can do whatever the hell he wants with them. Most people don't know who they are, and he can make them amazing. Mr. Terrific being a prime example. He's the, other than Superman, he's the best part of that
Breakout
movie.
star. Yeah,
Yeah,
agreed.
he's absolutely amazing. Give me the figure, give me all of it. But that is not to say that the costumes didn't bother me, because they bothered me quite a bit in that movie. They seem so TV. Everyone's
Okay.
costumes seem very TV. Even Mr. Terrific's, but everything he did and the portrayal all made it work. But the costumes really bugged me. It kept pulling me out. I'm like, they're so cheesy almost. Do you guys feel that way, or is it totally me?
I'll let Alberto talk first. Oh, he's muted.
Alberto,
Lost you, Alberto. All
you're
right, so
beautiful,
I'll
but
talk-
we can't hear you.
While Alberto figures out his thing, I'll say things that I really liked costume wise is Mr. Terrific looked like Mr. Terrific from the comic, like A to A. Perfect. I have no notes on Mr. Terrific's suit. Guys, I kind of have a little bit more of a comment on, because it was a lot of use of white, the jacket, but they don't ever talk about it, which just kind of goes a little bit to your exposition point. Like, they do say that Maxwell Lord funds the Justice Gang, and they do have the JG on their chest, which is interesting that they didn't formalize the name for the team, yet it's on their fucking chest. That bugged me a little bit, that it said the JG, and I'm like, okay, you remove that from Mr. Terrific's and it is the same. It's the comic suit. I will never find an issue with finding a way to make the comic suit work. Hawkgirl is pretty much the comic suit, right? And I love that. Guys I want to see his hair looks dumb. I want to see the rest of them look dumb too. I want to see the best, like have him rocking it like all confidently. And then Superman's suit, I love the colors. I don't like the
Superman's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get rid of the high collar. For me, that's my one complaint.
Yeah.
The high collar and how thick it is. It doesn't need to be as thick. It doesn't need to be that canvasy material. But that's it.
Yeah.
We have Alberto again?
Do we have your audio? There you go.
Hear me? Yeah. I would have liked to see Guy in his classic, green vested, sleeveless.
Yeah.
The Hawkgirl was perfect, and Mr. Terrific was dead on with the book, so there's no complaints there. And Soup Suit, I think with Tom, I agree with maybe a little bit open down here, but that's about it. I liked it. It's very cheerful and colorful.
Colors were really working for me.
Yeah.
Really, really vibrant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say Ultraman's suit looked very generic and very it looked more like Doomsday in his bound look, right? Because he had like the full everything with just the little goggles. But I also know they were trying to hide his true identity, and that's fine. Did it have to be head to toe black? And did the engineer also have to be wearing black? Because she looks like the Silver Surfer in the comics. She's pure silver from head to toe, right? So I saw none of that there. I didn't have a problem with changing it, but she just kind of looked like she was wearing a wetsuit.
Yeah,
right?
I agree. Yep.
And that fell flat to me for someone who's supposed to be very techie. It didn't even seem techie at all, like her outfit.
I think we could have also used, I personally could have also used a little more time with some characters to really get me invested. Obviously, I'm invested in a lot of them because I know who they are. But one thing that I thought really would have mattered a lot for me personally is more time with Superman's robots. Because we're supposed to get this, gut-wrenching moment when they die and he comes back to the Fortress of Solitude and you get that great shot. But I felt no connection to them. I'm like, okay. I don't
didn't feel anything,
connected.
even though knowing that when they carry Superman in the beginning,
Yeah.
I got the feeling myself that before he met Lois, and obviously his parents, which we meet much later, and we should talk about the parents because they were
Yes.
They were interesting. I loved them, but they were very interesting.
Yes.
It seemed like the Superbots were very the only people he really had to be himself, like be both Superman and be Clark around. Like,
Yeah, they were his family.
yeah, and yet they're developing their own, like, because he was introducing number 4. Gary was introducing
Gary.
like number 12 to Superman,
Yep.
and like that's how we got his exposition dump. Be like, he likes it when we show him videos of his family,
Right.
like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I felt, when we saw Gary continually stabbing himself in the head with the screwdriver, which is dark, even
Yes.
for a robot, I felt a little gutted about that.
I did too, but it
best.
could have been more. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
feel like
agree.
it could have had more weight to it. Maybe this is nitpicky, but I wanted it to have more weight. Like, I wanted more time with just him and the Superbots, whatever you want to call them, as his family. But, I'm one of those people that wants to watch a 4-hour film. I understand that doesn't work for most people. So, yeah.
Both of these movies, I would have been absolutely fine getting a 4-hour film.
100%.
I was surprised that they ended at the 2-hour mark basically, so it was done and over quick. So
Fantastic Four, I felt like that was a mandate. That was a boardroom
Yes.
mandate to be like, we've gotten complaints of these over 2-hour long movies. I'm like, this movie would have benefited.
Yep.
It was still a fantastic movie, but I would have easily taken more on both because James Gunn was trying to do a lot in his time frame.
yeah,
And Fantastic Four, I felt like, speaking to you, Alberto, you said Ben is your favorite. I felt like we got not enough Ben in that movie. We see him walking around Yancey Street, but like that's kind of the most we get of his character is kind of just going back to his home, checking in on Natasha Lyonne, which was a very bizarre ad to me. Where's Alicia Masters? That's my question.
I think Alberto, just wherever you are, just sang the Fantastic Four
Can you
theme
hear me?
song. I think that is, yeah, I hear you. But I
You
think
saw
that's
my
one.
position, so that's what I was pointing out because I
Yep.
think you're above me.
that's right. Yeah.
Next time I'm going to put myself in the bottom so I can easily point to people.
It will still be backwards though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things that worked so much more for me for Fantastic Four than Superman is the score. Oh my God. Michael Giacchino's score it's his magnum opus so far. And he's done the Batman, he's done a lot of great stuff. But Fantastic Four was perfect. And I think Superman's score we had the great rousing Donner-esque thing, but other than that, over the rest of the film, we didn't have much.
I've
Well,
only
they
said
played on the classic theme a lot, which I felt like
They did.
I'm glad they kind of stuck with that with Superman because like that's grown up with us. So it's almost as iconic as the shield on his chest.
It is. Everyone knows it. Everyone
Yeah.
knows it. Yeah.
but we're still singing the end credit songs to this day. So we got to give it to James Gunn for picking the music for his
Punk
soundtrack.
rock, brother. Punk
Yeah,
rock.
all the movies. Yeah, so since Guardians of the Galaxy, he did it here, and I absolutely loved it because it puts that modern look, modern take on the film and stuff.
Yeah,
I still sing that song even by myself.
I don't even. You know how you get like you hear a song every day and you get exhausted with it after like a week or two. I still every time that's playing on a post on Instagram or in somebody's story, I sit there and I listen to it. I love that song. I don't know why. It reminds me of Superman, which is crazy because it's a song talking about punk rock, right? And it's just like it's
Iggy Pop. Yeah.
it hit. I don't know. It hit.
Anything else Superman related you guys want to get into? Not necessarily even pros and cons, but something you're excited to see more of or anything to that effect.
I'm hopeful with what's upcoming, so more of the same. I don't know, man, because they left the doors open for a whole lot of stuff more. So I'm hopeful that this will be good in the following movie, in the following sequels. I don't know when that will be, but I'm hopeful for Supergirl. So because
my god,
the book that it's based on, it's fantastic. So
it's a really good one.
Yeah.
People should read that if they have not.
Yeah.
Anything Tom King, you're good. It's great.
Actually, that's 100% true.
Yeah.
Supergirl's like 2 minutes on screen, sold me on that movie instantly. I'm like, I want to watch this. I want to watch this right now. As a matter of fact,
Yeah, she goes get drunk and Planet.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, it's fantastic. Yeah.
You basically summarized that book a little bit,
basically,
Yeah.
which is great.
And we've got Lobo. Lobo's the villain in her film,
Yep.
But I was
which
gonna-
is Momoa, right? Momoa's playing
is.
Lobo. Yeah.
yeah,
Which is a much better fit than Aquaman for
Yes.
this one.
Yep.
I was going to add to your point that James Gunn takes those characters that nobody knows of and then elevates them to the point that you become fans. And that's my point with Peacemaker. Peacemaker was a character that nobody knew that existed, you know.
Yep.
And look at him now, you know. I'm
I
hoping
cannot wait for that next month. We have that next month, and it does seem like,
And-
based on just all of the James Gunn quotes circling online, we might get Superman showing up in Peacemaker. We might get more characters. Like, we're definitely getting some characters from this movie showing up in Peacemaker, but we might actually see Corn Sweat Superman again, like very soon.
And the other thing is, I hope they do a Mr. Miracle at some point. But I tend to like villains, and I like quirky, obscure characters that nobody likes. So Mr. Miracle, Big Barda, the New Gods.
A New Gods movie would be amazing.
Those Green Lanterns that nobody other than the main three, it's and James Gunn has
That hurt right here, Alberto. Main three.
Well,
You're missing when you say that. I know you're cutting out my favorite Green
But I
Lantern.
know you because you like Sleepwalker as a character in Marvel that nobody knows, but you do know, and I know you like those type of characters. So James Gunn, tends to hit that way for us at least. So I'm hopeful that he'll bring out characters out of the mainstream.
Yeah.
Because basically we're a little bit saturated with all that stuff, but there are a lot of good characters that he can, and he has proven that he can take and raise them to a level that gets 2 seasons, Peacemaker, a movie, 2 movies, So I'm really hopeful for what's coming in the future with DC right now, because basically, he right now he has the mainstream, which is Superman, but before that was Peacemaker and the Monster Squad, the Monster Commandos.
Yeah,
And those are characters that, in Suicide Squad, he brought along a whole cadre of characters that nobody knew that existed in the DC universe and made them enjoyable. And that's,
Polka Dot Man. He made Polka Dot Man enjoyable to watch.
And you keep it fresh. That's the thing. He keeps it fresh. It's not like, oh, this is the third Superman or but I'm hopeful with Lobo, even though it's Aquaman turned into Lobo, but Lobo is a pretty cool cat. So I'm hoping he does a good job with that one.
You know what I wish they would have done instead of Clayface? Not instead of. Clayface will be great, I'm sure. But Spectre. I believe you want to do an R-rated movie like Clayface is supposed to be, Spectre is perfect.
I think Clayface is a choice in order to open a lot of doors with the Batman universe.
Absolutely.
Nobody has ever touched the supernatural or the weird or Batman. And the Batman, it's all criminal, organized crime.
Yep.
And here comes the Joker, and we have a district attorney who turns bad, and a guy who mutated that you can put up to, because you want them, in the normal world that it's conceivable within our, our minds to our reality. But Batman has a shit ton of villains that are way out there.
Crazy. I'm excited to see the comic book version of Batman.
Clayface is going to be the setting for the future Batman franchise in the James Gunn DC universe. So I'm really hopeful, because that means Killer Croc, that means Mr. Freeze, that means Pigfest, that means Mad Hatter. All those obscure characters that are pretty cool in comics, but nobody has dared to bring him up. And I think Clayface is going to be, the one to open that door for all those type of characters.
He does show up in Creature Commando, so we did get Clayface a little intro to him already.
So hopefully that's that. I think I get the feeling that's the purpose why they decided specifically on Clayface to open that door, and that I love it. Solomon Grundy, all those characters. You can bring in Swamp Thing with Constantine and the Batman. All that stuff works, and hopefully that all will come to life, man. Because I think that's
one of my favorite things from the start of the Superman movie we were talking about earlier with the 333 is when they said 3 centuries ago metahumans appeared on Earth, right? That instantly sets up Vandal Savage and so much of the more bizarre mystical side of stuff that could happen that instantly make that when we see the street level heroes, like, you know, Batman's just a dude in a suit with a lot of money, right? And a lot of training. But like, he's going to have to contend with all this wild shit.
Yep.
Like, I'm super stoked to see how they handle that in this universe. Because every time we've seen Batman before, Alberto, as you've been saying, is like they kind of keep it to realistic, grounded. Like, I love the Batman. I'm seeing him over your shoulder, Jordan, as we've been talking this entire time. Other side. There you go. Yeah. I love that movie, and that movie felt like watching almost like a story like The Long Halloween on screen, right? But like, give me that, and then throw in some wild shit like Alberto, you said Solomon Grundy, which you can't get more wild in my mind for like Batman to go up against than an actual zombie that you kill and will just be born again on a Monday, because that's Solomon Grundy.
But I'm hopeful with that, man, because they need to touch all that supernatural stuff that adds perfectly to the Gotham City vibe and forces Batman to go out of his comfort zone and seek help from other sources that are pretty into, like, you know, go see Swamp Thing, go see Constantine. I need this power from this guy. I can't handle this, so I need, you know, it opens up a lot of different avenues in the Batman world. So
yeah, explore him training under Zatanna or Zatara to like learn how to pick locks like he did in the animated series. That was like some of my favorite episodes of the animated series, where we learn that he is kind of connected to them, and therefore we know that Batman has dealt with real magic in the past.
Yeah.
And like, he's had to be like, just come to terms with magic and stuff he doesn't understand, and he hates it because he doesn't understand it.
And not only that, for Superman, because Superman's weakness is magic, so it opens the door for that universe also. You know, that's a lot of other villains that, you know, will put things interesting. So
so we've spent most of our time talking about DC property and Superman, but to actually get into the spoilery side of things and go all in on Fantastic Four, I think now's the time. It's, as I said earlier, after seeing it 3 times, it's damn near perfect for me. But
what makes it near perfect for you? What's that little bit that brings it down?
This is like a trap. Insert the Admiral Akbar. It's a trap.
You're the one who said near perfect. If you just said perfect, I wouldn't have had it.
I know. I should have just said it because I don't know why I say near perfect.
I kept it safe. I kept it in a 9.4. That's not. It's it's good. 9.4.
Honestly, I can't think of a reason why it's not perfect to me. I guess it was a little bit too short. Like, that would be the biggest thing. We could have used more time with the characters. But given all the characters, there's so many. Like, the time they had with those characters was amazing. One of the big things for me that makes it so great, because I'm huge, I think, Tom, you are as well. I don't know who isn't. Huge Alex Ross fan. So watching this movie, it felt like Alex Ross. Like, it was filmed, and it was like Norman Rockwell, Alex Ross, just old time, and I love that. And it had me hooked from that. The artistic direction was perfect. Everything about it, I think, was great, and I can't really think of why I wouldn't say it's totally perfect, but I'm sure it'll come to me at some point.
Artistically speaking, it was easily a 10 out of 10.
Oh, God.
Like, speaking about costumes, the world, the details, all that stuff, like, I cannot say one negative thing about the art direction that went into that movie.
No, me either. I mean, I'm sure there are cons, but I can't really think of them except for I wish it was 5 hours.
My only is that they brought in Franklin Richards too early. That's the only thing I have with the movie. But other than that, yeah.
I think they had to, because we're going...
I think about the situation that was going on, really. But
He's also the only character that can humanize Galactus. You need someone on that power scale level for Galactus to even take notice, because otherwise he would not have sought an audience with them, or not allowed them to seek an audience with him, nor would he have ever set foot on Earth with his own feet. Are you kidding me? Like, he would have been like just devouring that planet from his little sky sled thing that he has and just been fine with it. But the fact that there is a being, because like, yeah, we've had comics that humanize Galen, the guy who became Galactus, and he, you know, he's tragic too. Like, he doesn't want this. And it was nice to kind of get that, and we would not have gotten that
That's
story.
the cool thing about Galactus. That he's technically not a villain. It's just he's
he's not a villain.
He is something that is, you know, that has to happen, that exists, and his sole purpose is his hunger, and you know he has to do it. You know, so
and the Silver Surfer says that when she comes down too, right?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, let's put the elephant in the room in the forefront and say she was amazing. I love Norrin Radd, the Silver Surfer.
No
Michelle Ball.
Yes.
Perfect.
That chase scene, dude, that's cinematic gold. Yeah. That first meeting and the escape and the birth, the whole sequence. That second act is fucking fantastic. I can curse now, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking. It's I wasn't. I would only go see it 2 or 3 more times just for that sequence, basically there, because it was really well done, and I have absolutely no complaints about the Silver Surfer. She did the voice, her presence, you know, her acting. I know it's CGI and all that stuff, but she nailed it, man. I have no complaints for her.
It also really worked with their story to have Johnny.
Yeah.
To have people kind of think that the only reason why Johnny's invested in this situation is because it's a, as he says, sexy space alien. And I love when Ben's like, stop saying sexy. Like, I love that. Because like, if you don't have that, I feel like people would question why he's exploring the language, all this stuff a little bit more. But people are easy to write it off to be like, oh, it's Johnny. Of course he's going to be obsessed with the space lady because that's who he is. But it allowed an in for a surface level for you to be like, well, we see why he's invested. And then no, actually, Johnny, there's a reason why he was on that first space flight. Not just that he's Susan Storm's brother. He's very smart in his own way. He's a goofball, but he's very smart.
Yep. Yeah, I would say, I don't know. What are I've heard some, and it's been out longer, I've heard some criticisms for Superman. And I can understand one way or the other how someone would view it that way. I haven't really seen a lot of the criticisms so far for Fantastic Four, except for CGI, which doesn't make sense to me.
Does not make sense. That doesn't hold water.
The most I've seen is CGI, and not enough. Well, Ben, that they didn't give any purpose to him, which I can't argue. I'll argue against it, but
length. I hear a lot of we want more. Like there was a lot of stuff cut out from the early stuff. Like John Malkovich was cast in this. And
yes, Red Ghost.
Yeah, and like oh my god, I would have loved because we get Reed kicking a monkey, but like in the end credits we see one of the monkeys pulling on his face. I want to see that scene. Like I want to see more of that. And so like I understand that criticism as a take the stuff that was on the cutting room floor and put it in this movie because we just want more of it. It was so good that we want more. And that the biggest criticism I heard outside of CG, which again, I with you guys do not agree with, especially when it comes to Galactus. That was perfect. Just more time spent with characters, more personal stuff before. Because once the Silver Surfer shows up, it is a ramp to the finish, right? Because it has to be. That's a lot to cover, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that scene when Ben is running with carrying Johnny through the ship, and then he tackles the Silver Surfer like, no, then and then he starts running that. I love that. That's I love that whole. I was in IMAX, and when Galactus opened his mouth, my seat started shaking. I was like, okay, this is very
I felt like
I'm gonna have to go get again at 9 a.m. Goddamn it!
Yeah. And I feel like with the time they were given, 2 hours, they spent the appropriate amount of time with each character that they needed to spend. And I particularly love the stuff with Ben. You don't. Once again, I didn't need the exposition. They managed to tell me the story of what's going on in his head just in a frame. And he looks and sees himself on the TV, and then you see the regret in his eyes or whatever it is, the hurt that he has. But all the time we got with Ben was phenomenal. I loved it. The stealing cookies, I used to steal them. I love that stuff.
Like the dinner's ready, everybody come there. He's like, he's literally and figuratively the rock of the whole family.
Yeah, no, he is.
Yeah.
And I think they portray that really good in the movie because he's always there. When Sue's giving birth, he leaves the ship and goes after to deal with that. He's always there trying to keep Reed and you're not that smart, you can't cook, you can't drive, so you try to keep him balanced in everybody. He's always he can't deal with Johnny. Johnny always has the upper hand with him, but the feeling of what he truly is and what he's truly meant to be within that family, I think they portray that pretty well, even though they didn't give him like a specific, Johnny had the xenolinguistic stuff, Susan had, the kid, Reed
he was the one flying the ship. He was the pilot.
Exactly.
He was, he got
to figure all that shit out, but he was there. You could feel his presence being everybody chill out. We're gonna deal with this. We're gonna, he's like the chaplain. He keeps everybody in checks, and when he has to kick ass, he literally kicks ass. So I love
we
that part.
got to see the human side of Ben because he's a thing currently, and they spent their time showing the human side of Ben. I think that's what I really liked.
I don't think we got enough action with Ben, and I think that has to do with the fact that we didn't get enough in the beginning, because what is Ben really going to do against Galactus? It was kind of perfect what we did get. I thought everything we got was perfect. I just wanted to see Ben clobbering more in that movie. Yeah, which we could have gotten if the the stuff with the Mole Man in the beginning was extended out a little bit. We could have him fighting some crazy surface creatures and whatnot. We only got that for like 5 seconds, if that. But yeah, the stuff that they did to humanize him works so well. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is what you were talking about, Alberto, when it's him and Reed on the balcony, or no, they're just standing in front of a window and they're talking, and because like we can see the hurt in Ben when he's talking about the suits not being right. He got him right the second time because the cosmic rays got in the first time that turned him into this. Yeah. But he like quickly was like, no. Like it's what a human conversation would be. It's like, I'm going to rib my friend for this, even though I'm over it and it's not his fault. And I know it's not his fault. And he probably thinks it is, but I'm going to let him know, but also let him know that I'm thinking about it, kind of thing. And yet he also grounds Reed with the stuff about you're not that smart, which was pretty good.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. So I loved his character. Everybody's character was done really well.
Absolutely. And I think they did Johnny Storm better than they've ever done.
Susan Storm, the GOAT in the movie. So Vanessa Kirby nailed it.
Sue?
Yeah,
Sue.
Oh, Sue's the star of the show. She's so great.
The actress did a fantastic job of portraying her, and she's the star of the movie, basically. So, she did a hell of a job, especially that last sequence with Galactus was pretty. You felt this is my kid, I'm the mother, you're not at any scale fucking with this kid at all. So, cost me whatever it'll cost me, so it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It was crazy to see her pushing a Titan like him, but she has always been the most powerful member of the Fantastic Four. And it's funny because she's the invisible one, right? She's the one that people normally don't think about first when they're thinking of the Fantastic Four, which is crazy because she is like this powerhouse with these, the invisibility, the shields, all the stuff. And the fact that she was the one, like the Silver Surfer is bouncing off everybody, owning the entire team, and then Sue just like chokes her and slams her to the wall and throws her into lava. And I'm like, hell yeah, Sue. Hell yeah. Because you can't see that coming. Like, there's no way to fight against Sue. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah, it was perfect. Before we move on to other things, anything off the top of your heads between the two films you just want to gush about? Or
Galactus? Can we gush about Galactus some more?
Oh, we can. I mean, coming from Tom, the guy with all the Galactuses behind him. Let's go. Another 45 minutes. Let's talk about him.
that guy, the right guy with the right voice for that role.
Yeah, the right voice, the right perfect. Like I didn't even know that he was in that costume when they were filming him, which is probably why he looked so perfect on screen. But that initial scene when it looks like they're just talking to a black void, but then all of a sudden like the eyes light up and you can just see the outline of his like, and watching their whole reaction like, oh fuck, because beforehand they're talking about like if it's a big guy in a ship you can punch him, and I just watched that look on Ben's face just melt, be like, I can't punch this fucking thing, are you kidding me?
Ain't gonna happen.
Yep. And I love when they come down to Earth and they're like, tell us how you defeated Galactus. Like defeat Galactus. Like they don't, because the people on Earth know nothing about what they're facing.
Oh.
And watching the four just like react to that, be like, you don't know what we just saw. There's no defeating that. There is a maybe postponing that or pushing that off to a later date, but there is no defeating that. And I love that because there is no defeating Galactus.
No.
I've said my piece. We can move on.
No, I think I'm really curious how they transition. We don't really know yet what the roster is going to be, but if I'm correct, the next Marvel film is Doomsday, right? We don't have anything else.
Spider-Man beforehand.
Yes. Okay. So other
Which
than
makes
that,
sense because we need the grounded. If Spider-Man is supposed to, the next Spider-Man movie is supposed to be a grounded New York story with him and the Punisher or whatever that we've heard so far. Because of the post-credit sequence, and again, we have been long in spoilers here. Because we saw Doctor Doom for a second, you can't have Doomsday be the next one and then tell a straight story in the MCU.
Right.
That's out the window the second that Doom shows up.
Yes.
And he's like obviously sees Franklin and is like this is the key. This unlocks the. I know Feige's been talking the word reboot a lot. This is how they're going to reset everything because Franklin is that reality bending god child.
Yep.
He is, if not one of the most powerful characters in all of Marvel. So.
Yep.
But we have the issue of bringing everything together in Doomsday when we don't have that much to bring together at this point. Like it feels like they've just started something and now we're at Doomsday. We're at the finish line.
Yeah, like Thunderbolts just kind of became the team.
Yeah, and then I don't know how all of that comes together for Doomsday. I'm sure the Russos will figure it out, but I'm not sure how we transition, I guess.
Do we know Doctor Strange is going to be in Doomsday? Like
I hope so.
Because like I feel like he's missing a lot right now. And I know that they said that Pedro's going to be the face that connects a lot of stuff kind of going forward. And I'm like, that should be Doctor Strange. Kind of still. But whatever.
Maybe I was going to say maybe it's the paycheck, but no. I feel like Pedro is worth way more than Benedict is these days.
He's in every franchise.
Everything.
He's just not. I was going to say he hasn't been in DC, but yes, he has. He was the other Maxwell Lord.
Yep.
Of the movie we do not talk about.
Oh, God. That might be the worst, other than Catwoman, that might be the worst comic book film.
I'm going to put Suicide Squad 1 up there.
Yeah.
There were things about that I liked, though. There was nothing about Wonder Woman or Catwoman that I liked.
Wonder Woman, I liked the color palette. And the Halle Berry Catwoman, why are we even talking about that? Like that was just like a throwaway movie. That's like talking about the Josh Trank Fantastic Four, right?
Yeah. Dear God.
With the naked thing, the one that I've never even seen because it was a weird. What was that Fantastic Four for? I don't even understand. But.
Same. I trash on it, but I've never watched it. I wouldn't allow myself. Yeah. This brings up an interesting topic, though. What is, in your opinion, the absolute worst comic book film you have ever seen?
There's been so many. It's so hard. Right?
There are a lot, but I mean just truly god-awful.
I mean, I really do put the original Suicide Squad. I wanted to, in the middle of that movie, I had the urge to get out of my seat and walk out. And I never walk out of a movie, but I had to know how it ended is the only reason why. And I did attempt to watch it. By attempt, I mean, I put it on in the background for the whole length of the movie to like see if there was something redeemable in it for me, and I found nothing. Nothing.
Worst superhero movie.
I like Deadshot. I like Harley. There were some characters I managed to like enough to be fine with that.
Harley, they at least what they did with her standalone movie is they gave her room to be that character, which I was like, yeah, she's a great Harley. She's actually kind of like Margot Robbie, perfect. And I was so glad they used her again in James Gunn's Suicide Squad because I love that movie. But yeah, the rest of it just didn't work.
Alberto, what comes to mind? Just like, please, I can't watch this ever again.
There was an old Swamp Thing that was terrible.
Oh yeah, that was the made-for-TV movie one, though, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. And
how about the David Hasselhoff Nick Fury TV movie?
oh yeah, the Dolph Lundgren Punisher.
That was before your time, Jordan. I was
I was going to say, I don't even know what this is.
You know David Hasselhoff, though, right?
Of course, we all hassle the Hoff.
Yes. He was the original Nick Fury.
Yeah, Hasselhoff.
In what universe?
90s. It was on TV. It was a TV movie.
Come on. I'm from the... I grew up with Star Trek. I never saw Hasselhoff Fury. What's going on?
You didn't miss anything. That's what we're trying to tell you.
I feel like I did miss something because I should be able to hate on this as equally as fervent as you.
Recently,
by all means, look it up.
Suicide Squad, I think, was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Recent. Yeah. There are others.
There's a lot of ones that...
There's a lot of bad ones.
Yeah, there's a lot of corporate cash grabs, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I could talk about ones that have just like that had promise that let me down. Like Batman v Superman. There's a good movie there. They just didn't find it, right? Like there's some parts in that, and like if you watch the extended cut, the story makes perfect sense, right? It was just there's still something about it that just didn't work for me.
It's just Snyder was trying to do Miller and it did not work, and then he added Death of Superman in a 2.5 hours straight, and that's too much story for one movie alone.
Right.
And then Doomsday was a clone of Zod when he's a whole other character has the whole story, which is very fucking cool, by the way.
Yep.
And he just wanted to put Dark Knight Returns plus Death of Superman equals this piece of shit, which was fucking terrible. Actually, I'll take that back. I like Suicide Squad more. I hate Batman vs Superman.
See,
oh my God, really?
I could watch Batman versus Superman. Like, I do find that movie to be a fun watch just to put on in the background. I just don't want it to be my iconic Superman or my iconic Batman, because like that Batman is just thinking about murder the whole time. Got to murder this alien. Got to murder all these people with all the guns on my car. I'm like, that's not Batman.
So
but it's
black and white and cut and dry as he portrayed him in that movie. Yeah. So it's a fucking terrible movie. But whether Suicide Squad or Batman v Superman, I don't know. I like Margot Robbie. I can tolerate her for 2 hours, but it's a hard pick right there, man. So.
All right, Jordan, your least favorite, or at least superhero movie that didn't work for you, kind of thing.
Yeah, I feel like my opinion is totally invalidated because I love Batman v Superman. So you guys are like,
that's invalid. I said it was watchable and I can enjoy it. There's just something about it I just didn't.
Somewhere. I can't get the screen figured out. There's so many. Just the one that I can't. You guys are probably gonna disagree with this 100%. But I hate Age of Ultron.
Have you what? Okay, I find that movie to be. If I've probably watched it, sadly enough, I probably watched that one almost the most out of all the Avengers movies because I find it to be very watchable. Like I enjoy watching it a lot. It's my least favorite of the Avengers movies, but I still really enjoy watching it. Like I actually do enjoy it.
The third act is fantastic in that movie. Yeah. But it's from the first, for the 4 Avengers. Yeah, it's number 4 in line. It's not the best of them, but it's still very much watchable.
It's by no means god awful, but it's just one of those that really doesn't work for me all that well. As far as god awful goes, we're getting into Fantastic Four, whether it be the Josh Rank make, which I haven't watched, so just from trailers alone, it's god awful. But I
Yeah,
also
very
really
good.
didn't like the first one with
Jessica
Jessica
Alba.
Alba, and yeah, that was really bad.
I'm trying to think of. I remember thinking the first one was because at the time those movies were talking like the Ben Affleck Daredevil, like those types
Yeah.
of movies were kind of coming out around that time, and we were very and like the Nick Cage Ghost Rider superhero movies were very
Oh,
like they were not cinema, right? As we kind of see the movies as they are today. So I felt like it was not one of the better ones of those, but it was also not Punisher Warzone earlier referenced on this, which I saw in the theater and was like, what the hell
same.
did I just watch? Like, and Ray Stevenson did a great job as the Punisher. Again,
Oh,
there's always things
great.
to look at all of these movies that are like high spots.
That actually, you jogged my memory. I would say the second Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance, right?
That was
Holy hell. That may be unwatchable start to finish. It's so
when
bad.
he's like, they did the exact same wide angle camera stuff that they did in Superman when he's flying, but with Nick Cage on a motorcycle screaming into the camera, just and like having like his face like slowly melting off for like, I swear to God, it was 15 minutes long, and I was losing my shit watching that. And I love the Ghost Rider, and that was painful.
Which I should love because I love Nick Cage. He's like my guilty
Yeah, I love
pleasure.
him.
I will watch
Yeah.
every film he makes, and
I'm
I
with you.
will hope that it's good. I will hope every time. More
He
often
has-
than not,
he
it's
has
not.
a lot of gun movies. You gotta give it to the guy. Back in the 90s, he had a lot of gun movies.
And today too, because like Mandy is an all timer.
And he is cool.
Mandy.
Yeah.
Mandy is great. I haven't
need to
seen
see Color Down
Surfer
Face.
yet.
The Rock.
Oh, I haven't seen that either. I could not watch the pig because I know it's going to be like an animal being harmed, and I don't want to watch that ever.
Yeah, it is. Nick Cage is phenomenal. It's not a
Very
violent
cool.
movie though.
Yeah, I just
seems
don't
violent.
like anybody
Yeah.
taking an animal. That
Yeah.
just gets me out.
It's not a violent movie. It's more of it's definitely a drama and an introspective on the character that Nick Cage portrays, which is a chef. It's wild. It's a wild movie, but he's phenomenal in it. You know what you know what I really liked? You guys probably haven't seen this. It's the Nick Cage Five Nights at Freddy's movie that he made.
I wanted to see that, but I heard it was not good. But I feel like I should watch it.
It's
still.
great. He says, I'm not kidding, because I've been drinking Kirkland's bourbon. I'm not kidding. He says maybe 5 words
What?
in the entire film, and it's phenomenal.
Interesting. Okay.
You have to watch it. I don't remember what it's called, but it's worth a watch. I loved it. Just turn your mind off and watch Nick Cage be weird.
I had an honorable mention, and it's a very recent one. That new Hellboy movie that came out. Oh, gosh.
That one let me down quite a bit. I will say.
I couldn't watch it.
Yeah.
It's cringy. The story is there for if they would have put some
Story
money,
is there. Yeah.
but it's just too hard to watch, man. I was like, no, why?
My thing with Hellboy is, why do we try to take all their stories, all these great stories, and make them work into one? They're fine on their own. Just pick one.
You just described Batman versus Superman. There you go. So
Also true.
Yes.
It's also true.
But I have bias, Alberto. I have bias to Batman, where I understand all these stories, and I'm like, go for it. Just plug them all into my brain.
I will say the second take on Hellboy, the David Harbour one, if they did exactly what you're saying and made that one story, because they shoved like 4 stories into that one movie.
Yep.
That one could have been the one.
Yep.
Because the original one, like I love Guillermo del Toro's movies. I love his vision. I actually just watched the Golden Army
Yep.
again 2 nights ago. Because it's like $5 right now on Apple TV, and I was like, oh, I should buy that in my collection. So I just watched that one again, and I'm like, he has the look down, but I don't understand this cat-loving, weird child adult Hellboy. Like, I do not get what he's going, because that's not the character. But the David Harbour one had the right character. It just had too much story stuff going on. I'm like, if you spread this out into like a trilogy,
basically, yeah. So
it's,
I would say, speaking to what I talked about with the ways I rate films, what Guillermo del Toro managed to do with the Hellboy movies is his direction was so good that I managed to oversee some of the flaws in the story and the plot and other things because his direction was so good that those movies worked for me. Even though the story, as far as Hellboy goes, it's all over the place. But his direction was really good.
Mm-hmm.
And his creature design is like second to none. Like he does amazing. Because I know he has a lot of say in the way the creatures look in his movies. He draws them all.
Yep. FX for the win, always. Give me an FX creature, I'm in.
Really excited for that new Netflix Frankenstein that he's directing with.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna probably screw up this entire thing, but I'm going to attempt to let us talk about some figure releases. But when I click over, more than likely, I'm gonna screw this all up. But we'll see what happens. There's only 4 people here. It's fine.
Okay.
All right, you guys still with me?
Yeah. Well, I don't see anything though.
Nope.
So.
Our orientation has changed, and here we go.
Okay.
Can you see this?
No.
Fuck me.
That's okay.
Fuck me,
We
Ryan.
can just talk about it. That's fine without showing you.
No, it's not the same. You got to be able to see it. God damn it. I have a great picture of Superman on my screen. I'm the only one that can see it, but I could sit here for the next 20 minutes and look at it. It's great.
I wonder if that's what's showing on screen or. Oh, wait. Yes. Okay, so I'm looking at it on YouTube, and I can see it on YouTube. I do see Superman on screen. So the audience is seeing the in-art Superman.
Yeah. But you're not.
We are not. We are just seeing the 3 of us.
Great.
But I see it over here. I have it playing. I have a second monitor that has us playing, so I can see what the stream looks like.
Well, for the sake of the audience, I will continue and apologize to you all.
We've seen these. Alberto and I have seen all the stuff that you're going to show, so as long as we talk about it.
I know.
Yeah.
I do want to talk about figures, mainly Fantastic Four and Superman, as is the title of the show. But InArts first, not on purpose, only because I fucked up the slideshow, and here he is. You guys have seen them both?
Yep.
Have you seen the Comic-Con pictures of the Hot Toy Superman?
I've seen the Comic-Con stuff from the inner Superman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hot Toys was not at Comic-Con. Hot Toys was at a Hong Kong show.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
I'm curious because I haven't seen the InArt Comic-Con photos, but I've seen up close on Reddit the Hot Toys up close.
Okay, interesting.
So, I'm curious what everyone thinks.
I've not seen the InArt one. The original one I've seen it, but for me it looks fantastic. I don't know about the second sculpt look with the eyes closed.
I'm never going to use that.
Yeah. That should have been okay. I'll tell you what would have sold me on this figure.
With the eyes all screwed up with the scene he has the swollen eyes because of the heat ray, but I don't know, or a smiling face. I don't know, something different than the closed eyes.
Smiling face would have sold me on it.
Yeah.
If the second head was him smiling, I would have gotten the InArt one, 100%. But they lost me with the 2 faces. I'm like, this doesn't.
Maybe it's the scene when he's trying to scold the dog or something when he's looking down. I don't know, because he never does any sequences like in space with the eyes closed or anything. So I don't know why they came up with the eyes closed scenes. So I do think the Hot Toy sculpt is a little more happy-ish, more jovial. So
yeah.
Maybe
but it doesn't look anything like Cornus with Superman either. So you got to take what you want from it, right? There's Hot Toys captured an emotion that felt like Cornus with Superman, but not the look. InArt captured the look, but not the emotion.
But either way, I think his is going to be one of those faces that is going to be very difficult to put down in a sculpt, like Harrison Ford or Heath Ledger. So he kind of has that. Because you can feel it in the InArt, and they did a hell of a good job, but I don't see him 100% there. The Hot Toys, it is what it is. At least he's smiling on that one. So the crypto is terrible on the Hot Toys. You got to give me that. Yeah. So it'll come down to the suit material or whatever. I pre-ordered the Inart one. That's the one I went with. So.
Both of you guys pre-ordered the Inart one, right?
Yep.
I went Hot Toys.
I'll end up getting the Hot Toys too, but just because of the different scopes. So whatever.
You're insane.
My big concern with the Hot Toys version is the discrepancy between prototype and final release is so night and day that I struggle to pre-order certain figures because I'm like, I don't know what the hell it's going to look like when it comes out.
You mean the Hot Toys?
Yeah.
Well, that one's like apparently ready to release. Like the release date was July to September
This year?
of this year. So like that's one of those like they did with Deadpool last year.
Yeah.
You know, Deadpool came out like the week after the movie.
Yeah.
That's the exact same release schedule that they put out for the Superman. So he should be releasing soon. So what we saw is most likely close to production.
Mm-hmm.
Which I can deal with, I guess. If I get impatient before Inart releases, we'll see what happens.
I actually wish that this one was a little further out only because I see a lot of work that needs to be done in that sculpt.
They could have taken the time to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can't see it, but the audience can see it, which I guess is generally all that matters. I'm scrolling through slides right now, and you can kind of get a better idea of what's going on with Hot Toys Superman. I love the Fortress of Solitude base.
Me too. I love that base. The base on the Inart is just so not enough after seeing the Hot Toys one.
Yes. So that alone tempts me to get both.
Oh, the color on it too is just so good on the Hot Toys.
The color is better.
But that was the lighting on the photography because they
could
showed
be.
Showed the it's a little bit more saturated, but it's not that terribly saturated as in the promo shot. So I think it'll come down to one of those in hand that we'll have to see it. But I don't prefer that, but it does not look that too much saturated. So we'll see.
Yeah. Hey, Trevor's brother, Tom. What's up, brother?
What's up, Tom Williams? Thomas? Yeah, I like both. I see pluses and minuses in both figures. And for me, and I've said this too, I know I've said it to you, Alberto. I don't know if I've said it to you, Jordan. My thought on it was, as with all these figures that we see of all these comic book stuff that have come out, all these companies iterate on it every time we see these characters over and over and over and over again, that by the time I'm ready to invest the $400 price range in something like this, the $500 one in Inart, that'll be the third movie version of Superman, or the one where that like it has the smiling face. It has, because I know this is not going to be the only Superman they do. So for right now, with the collection, I will save some money. I'll get the $280 Hot Toys one. I'll be happy with that on my display. And then once, years from now, when they iterate and iterate and iterate, then I'll splurge on the Inart.
Yep.
You think
Makes sense.
they'll make the other characters? I hope they make at least some of them.
Terrific.
Definitely Hot Toys will do something for sure, I'm sure. And I'm hoping Terrific, and I'm kind of hoping Guy Gardner.
Yeah.
Hawker will be interesting because they tend to not to do characters with big wings if they're not the primary, right?
They're not gonna
Because like the Vulture, like where did that ever go? But I hope Terrific because I want Terrific. Inart, I don't know.
Inart said, I saw this on Reddit. Inart said they are considering Mr. Terrific, but it depends on overall fan interest.
If Inart did Mr. Terrific, I'm ready to throw $500 at Mr. Terrific
Yes.
right now.
Yeah.
He comes with all this stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
If he comes with all that, because that man only has one stoic face in that movie. So that's fine.
Right.
It doesn't need to be smiling. Like, give me the museum stoic face.
Yep.
That's perfect for him.
Did you like anything interesting in the San Diego Comic Con with the Supermans? Because the Mezco one didn't look that good.
I don't think the face looked good, but the rest of it looked good. So if I might get that and get some custom sculpts, and then that will be the Corn Sweat for the collection.
Everybody's making one. I think SH is coming with one. Mayfix.
I think he's got the worst one. Let's be honest. I love Tamashii, but they dropped the ball so hard on that Superman.
Better, my guy.
Tom, you have a Superman back there. You can show us.
Yeah. This is the Fonjoy one.
Yep.
Fonjoy Superman. And they actually did a really good job with the sculpt. Like, I feel like it looks like Corn Sweat. It does not. I mean, I photographed it a couple times, and I'm still working on those photos. I do feel like
there it is.
It doesn't photograph as well as I would have liked, but I love the look of the figure overall. Color looks nice. Has wire in the cape. I do wish the wire was on the bottom of the cape because it won't hold up because it just falls in the middle, you know. But he does come, if you get the deluxe version, comes with 2 different cryptos. He has 6 hands he'll come with. Yeah, so that's a nice little transition. I just saw the transition that you.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I got the other offering that they have. This is the McFarlane Toys one. The same scale. I put one against the other. This one has 3 sculpts and a crypto. But I don't know.
You gotta open him, brother. Let us experience it. We don't know.
Yeah, I'll open it for the next show. But yeah, it has the sculpt is pretty. I don't know, you can see it from.
It looks good.
Yeah, the face all the way on the right side of the package, which would be screens left, looks actually really close to Corn Sweat.
Well, it's a McFarlane, so but those are the offerings that are available now. So I suppose, but the Fundraise is pretty cool, man. They did a hell of a job with this one. If only the sculpt, if it would have come with those 3 sculpts, it would have been awesome for the time being. But
I do think it's the best looking sculpt in the scale, though, for sure.
For sure, I know. So.
And it does have funny enough, to me, it looks like it's almost the exact same expression as we're getting on the Hot Toy, where it's not a flat out smile, but it's like a smirk where there's a smile there, you know?
I think that's what's going to make his sculpt very difficult to get down, you know, to a T. But I think it's going to be a Superman 2 or 3, maybe down in Superman 3 that will get the perfect sculpt, or maybe never. So we'll see.
No, I feel like they'll keep working on it because, like, even Hot Toys we've seen as they return now, because I feel like right now they're doing the first couple of years of Marvel movies again. Like, we've gotten the perfect Chadwick Boseman from Civil War Black Panther suit. We got like the iconic version of that figure now. How many years after? You know, so I feel like they'll eventually continue to tool in art because of how much they put into each one. I don't know if they're going to iterate as much as Hot Toys iterates, right? Because Hot Toys has been in this game so long that I feel like they just keep producing and producing and producing. In art, I hope they do, because I can see areas where I would definitely prefer their stuff over Hot Toys.
Yeah, which brings us to, and my fellow Nerdocracy guys won't be able to see this, but the audience will. That'll move us on to... Oh, there we go. Sure, why not? We're here, and it's Tom's favorite thing, Galactus.
Oh, are we talking about the Hot Toys Galactus?
We are. What is it, a Sophie?
Yeah, it's their new... so a lot of toy companies, like Mondo has a vinyl line and stuff like that too, do these vinyls. And I think it's because you can get a lot of detail without charging a hell of a lot. I feel like the way how it costs, because like this Galactus here in the States is $315, which, my God, the size of this thing, it's as tall as this one.
Yep.
Which is insane, right? And it's super detailed, and it's not like super articulated. It's not a Hot Toy, but it's like a 5 points, right? You can like raise a hand, you can rotate the hand.
Basically, you're with a Galactus, so that's something.
Yeah, you're not gonna do a hell of a lot with Galactus. And so like
that's all I need.
Yep.
Plus, he has light up eyes, so that's the other cool thing. So
light up eyes. Though I do wish I had the swappable, because one of the things I did like in the movie that they did is we got the purple regular eyes when he wasn't power on, you know?
Yes.
Which I was a little hurt that they weren't square pupils, but that's super nerdy. That's fine. I will forgo it.
Maybe in 616 Galactus has the square pupils.
It's one Galactus for all universes, I believe. Is it not? Oh no, it's multiple Galactuses. Because now I'm thinking of Marvel Zombies, because they ate that Galactus in that universe. That's how they all have the power cosmically charged zombies.
No, this Galactus, I'm all in.
Oh, I already ordered it. Yeah.
I don't know where the hell to put it, but yeah, it'll go somewhere.
It's going to go on the opposite side. So my Galactus box will be in the middle. I'm going to have this Galactus here, and my other Galactus will be on that side.
There we go.
Like book, I think, and I'm going to put a Galactus poster right there.
Leading lines, Tom. Leading lines.
Yep.
The audience can see this though, and I'm scrolling through Galactus photos. He's perfect and beautiful.
I love the little Fantastic Four set that
Yep.
he comes with.
It works also, yeah.
Yeah.
He has the 4 and the Silver Surfer, I think, right?
Yep, got them all.
Yep.
Nice.
The next one, and what's really cool about this whole set, I guess it's cool, I don't know. It's expensive, but it's fine. They're all about $300. If you want to go all in and get Franklin, Galactus, Herbie, all the things, they're all about $300. So you can plan ahead. What are we looking at? $1,500 for all of them? It's fine. The cost of my first car, it's fine.
Well, you can't get Johnny because for some god awful reason.
And it's also a thing that has me a little bit worried, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's the effects. I don't think they really know how to figure out the flame on effects, you know.
It's going to be just clip on.
Correct.
It's going to be like the Mezco one, which I love.
The
Yes.
phase.
He has a swappable head to a flamed on head for the Mezco one. I don't know if they'll do that because another head sculpt is a lot to ask for the price
Yep.
point. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they end up doing. I don't think they've nailed that likeness for him either, and maybe that's what's kind of holding them off on the pre-order.
Could be.
He has a little bulbous tip on his nose that the actor doesn't have. But I don't think Vanessa Kirby looks a lot like the sculpt either. So
Really?
yeah,
I'm going to scroll through here, and you guys won't be able to see it, unfortunately, in the thing we're about to discuss, but
I'm watching. I'm also a viewer on the show. I'm
Oh.
one of those 4 people watching.
one of
right
the
now.
4 people, God bless you. I guess looking at it right now, something's a little bit off, yeah.
It's just soft. It just seems overly soft to me.
But her features are so soft, you know?
They are, but
Like, she has a strong jawline, a high jawline, and then the
Yep.
rest of it's pretty soft. So it's hard to, I feel like it's going to be a hard one to sculpt.
I don't know. They have master sculptors there. They'll figure it out. Also,
They
I'm
should.
gonna wait until an eventual artisan because there will be an artisan version, I'm sure.
Oh, you calling it right now? There will be an artisan Sue Storm.
Eventually. I'm not saying within this year or the next 4 years, but there might be one eventually.
Well, when I'm dead,
Whenever they circle back around to the first steps, like 10 years from now,
yep.
there'll be an artist, and I will buy it then.
When I'm dead, you guys hold up the artisan Sue Storm and say, "See, Jordan, you fuck. This is perfect. You should have stayed alive long enough to see this."
I got it, man. I hope you don't die within the next like 4 to 5 years. It's like,
Me either, but you know.
yeah. I like that she comes with Frank. I will say I want this set because I want a 1/6 scale baby. Mainly,
Yes.
funny enough, because I want a baby for Superman to be saving. I want to use that baby for like other stuff.
Dude, a squirrel. I have a 3D printer, and I've spent copious amounts of hours designing things. I could design a squirrel, and I'll just
Yeah, design
print
a
and
squirrel.
send you a squirrel. You just have to paint the fucker.
Well, also design me some children too, because I need some children.
Okay.
I want children for like look up to
Oh,
Superman to be like, oh my god, it's like that. And then the Thing to be like, I'm going to throw a car at you.
Yes.
Like,
I did love that point, though. People, I say people. Online, it's not people. It's the small amount of people.
Yeah,
But
the loud
the
might-
hatred for Superman saving a squirrel, I'm like, I fucking love that shit.
dude, that's the best part. That just
Yeah,
shows
right?
that all life matters to that dude.
Yes, exactly.
You're right. We know that all life doesn't matter to people, the internet people. So
Yeah. Okay. Before I get
all right,
depressed,
yeah.
we're on to the baby. We love the baby. Herbie and Sue. I can't zoom in right here, but I don't know what they've done so far, and I know we're in the early stages, but whatever material they're using seems to be a step above anything Hot Toys has ever used
4? What?
for the Fantastic Four.
Oh, it's the suit designs?
Yeah, the suit designs. Like I'm looking right now at Sue over top of Franklin with Herbie right there, and the creases in the suit and everything else. And I get it; it's early, but whatever they're using, they've really nailed the whole material.
I think a lot of that has to do with the material they used in the movie not being that
Could
like
be.
canvasy.
It's not
material.
spandex. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not spandex. It's not canvas. It looks like I know a lot of the suits in Fantastic Four in the comics are made of unstable molecules. It looks like it's something unique, which is one of the things I love about it.
That's what it's meant. Okay.
So one of the things I will say I'm a little let down with the figures, and I did not notice until at the time of ordering. Mr. Fantastic, the stretchy bits I thought were going to be posable.
Yeah.
They're statues. They're just like they're stuck like that.
I just
Yeah.
skipped to that slide so the audience at least can see. The interchangeable sculpted statue body with
Yep.
separable upper and lower parts.
And that's
Yeah.
that because when I first saw these on Instagram when they first announced these stuff, I was stoked. I'm like, look at all these stretchy bits that they're adding to them. Like, I imagine they're going to be rubber, right? That will eventually bend and crack, whatever. And I would have rather that, I think, over a statue that's just stuck like this.
Yep.
But
Yeah, give me
You know.
Stretch Armstrong. I played with him as a kid. It'll work. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm sure either a third party will do it or another version of Hot Toys will do it. But
In
Oh,
Susu we trust.
Well, they could have done the arms at least, maybe. That
Yeah.
worked. But at least something that is movable or posable. But
yeah, and just the regular Mr. Fantastic body is your posable body. You do get swappable hands for the statue version.
I will scroll on to my biggest issue with the entire set, though. And maybe only Tom can see this currently, but I do think the Mr. Fantastic sculpt is really bad.
You think that's bad, but Sue is like closer? I think
Yeah,
Sue is bad and Reed is much better.
Sue is soft, so I can deal with that. This just looks nothing like Pedro to me.
They've always had a hard time with Pedro. He always looks a little sadder than he should be.
A little sad.
Doesn't
Yeah.
he? Because like the photo on the right, where he's like 3/4 look, right? He's like kind of like looking off to the side.
Yeah.
That looks a lot like Pedro,
Yes.
but it looks like he's answering a very sad question. But it does look like Pedro. The one dead on, it's a little bit less, but it's still
I
bad.
think 90% of it is there, but the mouth, something's wrong with the mouth. I don't know what, but something's wrong. I'm gonna buy it. I don't care.
I already bought it, so I'm in.
No,
I'm gonna buy it regardless.
Well, too,
Reed,
actually.
Galactus, and the Thing were purchased already.
I have a thing on Galactus, but I'm waiting on whatever happens with Johnny. We'll see what.
I
Is that-
will buy them all at some point. Absolutely.
I'm afraid it'll be like a Batista situation with the Guardians, so I don't know. Yeah, that has me a little bit freaked out to get all three and then not get the fourth. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Drax is the only Guardian I do not currently own.
yeah, same here.
I
Yeah.
kept waiting and never got in when I should have gotten in, and now I'm fucked.
And Yondu. Never managed to get my grubby hands on Yondu, so and it's too expensive now to go after him. So
Yep.
I was thinking for me, like, even if I only have Mr. Fantastic, the Thing, from the 4, I'm okay for a while because the Thing works outside of it. The Thing is just like that Thing is the comic book Thing, bar none, right out the gate. Reed, I can put with Iron Man. I could put with the other Illuminati members, and he'll be great, just like in that set. I could separate them out from the family setting. Johnny, if they do come out with Johnny, I could put with Spider-Man because they're besties in the comics. Sue, I wouldn't know where to put her alone. So that's why I want like all four of them, or I'm just good with Reed and the Thing for now.
One thing I'm really hoping for, and I don't know who would do this. Susu probably, because in them we trust, but I want the Thing in his whole pedestrian garb. I want the
that
trench
too.
coat and
Yes.
the hat, all that.
He wore his sweater vest more than anything else in that entire movie, and his little
Yes.
hat.
It's so good.
It was weird though that the hat went to his eyebrow, wasn't it? Like
Yes.
it fit around his eyebrow.
Yeah.
It just fit on top. It doesn't have to cover the eyebrow.
Yeah, very odd. But as someone within a regular dome, I get it. I
Yeah.
feel you, Thing. I feel you, Ben.
Oh, that's all four.
Alberto can't see this, but we are balls deep into the Thing photos.
No, I can see them.
Yeah.
I'm also a viewer, so yeah.
I love I've seen some folks complaining. This is one thing I should bring up. So I've seen people complain about at what point is it too realistic in the movie? And this is a small community of people, but people complain about the bearded Thing. I'm like, what? This is fantastic. No pun intended, but I love the bearded Thing.
I thought it was fun for the movie.
Yeah.
That's gonna live in the
Comic
box.
books with him with a beard, so it was not surprising to me at all to see him.
Yeah.
I love it. Bring it on. Give me a sculpt with half a beard. I'm in.
That's a Susu thing, maybe,
That's a Susu thing, yes.
with the power standard that it had.
Yes, as an accessory, but what's the name? What do they title that?
I don't know.
No. I don't know. I'll have to come back to that. I'll think of something great eventually.
Right after the show's over.
Yeah. Always after the show's over. But this version does come with the cool, like, debris, which I need more diorama pieces with all my 6-scale figures. Give me debris, give me walls, I'm in.
The Thing comes with debris?
Yes.
I
Why
don't.
did I know that?
He's got, like, some broken sections of concrete, pavement, whatever
Oh,
it
I
is.
see that. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. I need
I'm just
that.
really glad they gave him a look without the top on, because we
Yes.
never got that in the goddamn movie
Nope.
outside of the past.
Once.
And he's pulling the boat out of the water. That's the only thing.
Not in the final battle. I thought like maybe his shirt was going to get torn off or something like that.
Thought it was
so,
gonna break off or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It would have been good an opportunity when he's barreling through the pillars. They just
Yeah.
kind of had his shirt get shredded, and then there's the iconic, boom.
Or when he's burning up coming back into the atmosphere, because we know that
Oh,
Johnny's suit is flame proof because it's Johnny. But why would you flame proof the Thing? But I guess I'm sure Reed would do that to everybody. Because why not?
because why not?
Yeah. Because he's Reed.
Yeah, but I remember I told you, Tom, that if they didn't give us the Thing without the shirt look, I was gonna riot. So I think
Yeah.
at least they gave us the.
I don't think I would have ordered it if it
But-
was only the suited top. It's because I could actually make the comic book thing with this.
Yeah.
Back to Superman? Is that it? Was that it for your gallery?
That was it. So I scrolled all the way back through to all of the Fantastic Four together. I will buy them all when the time comes. I cannot not. So yeah, they're perfect, and I love them.
Yeah, they look great. They do look great.
You get these in the meantime because they're pretty good. So you don't have the Thing.
Let me switch layouts, Alberto, so I can see that again. Go for it.
The sculpt is fantastic, man. I wish they had a second face sculpt.
Oh wow,
A little bit
yeah,
more
they
shit.
did a really good job.
he looks good, man.
They did. They're all. The molding is. I think they made exclusively for them because. Let's see.
Oh damn it! I need these.
Yeah,
I thought you said you were out of buying.
No.
112 scale.
No.
Wait, hang on a second. I'm going
No.
back to a conversation before the show started where I am purely collecting 1/6 scale these days.
No.
Join us. Join.
I will say this. I think I have a trench coat that I could squeeze onto Ben that would actually work.
That's a good looking suit.
Sue looks good.
What else is it? This one is a little bit because of the body paint, but the sculpt is pretty good, man.
Yeah, I've seen some good pictures. They got to also change what hands they put out with their female figures. I'm tired of whatever this hand is.
Whatever this hand is.
I think this is the best sculpt of them all. So
Johnny.
it got the smile down to a T. And the thing is that they finally not done the shiny sculpts, so you don't have to matte spray them. So
Oh, good.
they're not shiny at all. So they look pretty good, man. For at least an offering right now until we wait for the 1/6 scale. So
Yeah.
unless you want to get the Mezco 4-pack, which is going for an insane amount of money right now.
I have the Mezco 4-pack, and I'm good with just that until the
I have
1/6
that
scale.
So I went to we have a local toy store here in Indy. It's called the Toy Pit, and they have a whole location. It's kind of in the ghetto, but they painted their entire store with comic characters. So they have a picture, hand-painted mural of Black Panther, Iron Man, Captain America, and some random characters. But it's all over their store. It's really cool. But they are brick and mortar, so they get things in and they sell them marked up. So I went in there the other day and bought Black Manta, and I was this close to buying the Mezco Fantastic Four, but it was $675, and I'm like, I
It's
can't
cheap.
do it.
It's not bad.
No, it
I
wasn't
mean,
a bad price, but I couldn't do it.
That was a
Yeah.
bad price because I know that's cheap compared to what it's going for online, but I find I'm probably similar to you, Jordan, where the second it goes over retail, I'm out.
Yes.
I'm like, you asking over retail, you're scalping, and I want nothing to do with you.
The other thing is that people they bought them individually from. If you want one in particular at a good price, you might hunt that down because a lot of people they separated the packs, and they were selling them for a reasonable price at least. I think the highest one that was going for is the Thing, which everybody wanted, so that's the one that went up. But they don't. I haven't seen it cheaper than $800, and that's not. Yeah.
Yeah, I would just wait until because the thing what I will say with Mezco is that yes, we got that set. I love that set. It's the classic blue suit. They could easily dress him in a different suit and do a new 4-pack. And I would
Yeah.
rather you wait on that than spend over what it's going to cost.
Yeah.
How
I'm
many
good with
tools-
about $50 over retail because I get
Yeah.
it.
Sure,
Shipping,
sure.
tariffs, 50, 75. But that's my threshold. That's it.
Because that was $200 over without even countering like tax.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not.
It was rough. But they did sell me Black Manta after a little haggling for $245 out the
Oh,
door.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I think that's less than what I paid, and I bought it off Sideshow. So
Yeah.
The new one that came out,
Yeah. Well, he's so comic accurate, so whether you like the films or not, it's a perfect
why I
Black
bought it.
Manta. Yeah.
I love the Black Manta design from the
Yeah.
comics, and that's what this is. Outside of the weird hip things that they put on him for like the scuba suit stuff on the side of his thigh.
His little
Yeah, whatever
Luscious
those
pads.
things are. Yeah, his luscious pads, which that's fine. I can look past that.
the LEDs, the LED or battery?
It's USB.
USB? Okay.
Yeah.
yes. It's a great figure, except I'm terrified to leave him in a pose.
You know what's funny is you say that, and I feel like I have not changed mine out of the post since I got him, and it's been a couple of weeks now, so I should probably check on him.
Yeah. Double check.
Oh, my purple suit Joker, which you guys would hate, never have bought, but I did buy. Totally.
Are you
ruined.
talking about the Jared Leto?
Correct.
Joker?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Continue.
I've bought every Joker that's ever been released. I'm pretty sure I own them all. All Jokers. But
and how's your Ed Hardy T-shirt collection going to go with that Joker?
perfect.
Perfect.
Some moth holes. It's fine.
Beautiful.
Purple Suit Joker. I left the coat on him for about 2 years.
Oh, his skin is purple then.
Yeah.
The figure is worth nothing. I tried to trade him in, and I didn't realize till they went to inspect the figure and remove the coat that the figure is now worth nothing because he's purple. Yeah. So word of warning to 6-scale collectors. Don't be stupid like me.
I will say though that nothing in 1/6 scale really holds up to the test of time because it all breaks down. Like
Yeah.
my Deadpool, my original Deadpool 1 Deadpool, that was in pristine condition. You know, I always returned it back to museum, was very delicate with it. All the red on his suit, I just went to go like look at it to go sell it because now I got the new one. All the red's flaked off. And I'm like, what the hell happened? It just happens. So
Dude, my Star-Lord's jackets, they're all
yep.
wasted.
Really?
Oh yeah. The Hot Toys material just falls apart.
Yeah.
My Star-Lords are still good. All three of them.
The first, well, don't touch it because once
Yeah, don't get
I
handled.
moved it and I touched the backpack where he puts the orb with the Infinity Stone inside, and that flaked off. Then I took that off, it broke, and then the jacket started peeling off. And I was like, oh shit, this went to hell in a second.
Yeah, his satchel was the very first thing that the strap deteriorated into nothing for me. Like after 2 years, and now his jacket, his long jacket, has started.
And
to
I had
do
my episode 1 Vader. I had his arm a little bit bent, and then I went to put him down to museum and crack it when it snapped. So yeah, I'm hoping for those nylon Vaders that come out soon because I think I'm gonna sell all the old ones I have. So
Yeah, we clearly buy these things because we're fans of the property or the IP, but not because we're investing.
If you are
because-
investing and you're getting into 1/6 scale, you made a bad decision.
Yeah.
but I've sold a couple. I've gotten at least some of the money back. But yeah, in the long run, no, it's not an investment at all.
There'll be every now and again you'll hit one that went up in value,
Yeah.
right? But then you'll have 8 out of 10 that have dropped significantly and have no value. So
Yeah.
even that one hit is not going to make up for all the others. So enjoy it while you have it. Nothing lasts forever.
Nope. I'm trying to think of my hits. Maybe Yondu.
Don't touch the cloak. It's the same one as the Star-Lord from the first movie. So
I sold my Harley Quinn from that horrible Suicide Squad movie that I had, and I was able to make money off that. I sold her.
Oh,
for-
good.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
so-
mine was already like the legs were deteriorating, and I put that on the post. But she
Wow.
still went for way more than I bought for.
Yeah, I sold the quarter scale Joker in a matter of seconds. I put it online, and when I got money back for that one. And it's a quarter scale, terrible looking sculpt. So anything Joker will sell on the aftermarket.
Yes.
The
Iron Man, get ready to take a bath because you're not going to
Yep.
make any money with an Iron Man figure.
Yep. I have whittled it down to one Iron Man.
Good for you. Which one?
I have in-game Iron Man, and I have 3 different sculpts. I have one custom sculpt and one. Damn it! It's not a custom. It's something you can buy on Kit. I can't remember the name of the sculptor, but it's a good one. It's like his Snap sculpt.
Okay.
And then I have the Hot Toys regular Tony Stark sculpt. So I'm good with that. I'm good with the in-game Iron
I like
Man
it.
and all the sculpts.
I have Mark 43 battle damage on the Hulkbuster. That's the only 2 I have. So.
The Hulkbuster is its own unique thing that's worth keeping on its own. For
Yes.
Sure. I still
However,
have-
But I like the Mark 43 battle damage from the movie. This is one of my favorites. Is that he wears it.
yeah,
That one, yeah. The one with the power pack that his car looked
right.
Yeah.
I will say, as far as Iron Man goes, I really wish the Hot Toys version didn't have that plastic clear coating on the outside, because I would be totally in on the comic version, but I don't want that. Whatever it is, I know it's the shielding, but no.
Hano knocked it out of the park. They made the best, I think, 1/6 scale Iron Man I've ever seen.
You already got it, that one?
No, I didn't get it, but I want it. I was
haven't-
kind of hoping I would get it for my birthday, but no one bought it for my birthday, so I might have to go out and buy it now.
Wait, Wait, when's your birthday?
It happened already. We're not talking about it.
I know,
So,
but when is that day?
I'm not saying that on a freaking live stream. Are
I
you
know,
kidding me?
but I won't say here.
You don't. No one
Okay,
knows.
well, I'll bring you the Hano Iron Man to Legion's Con. And
No, do not. I swear
I
to God,
will.
Jordan.
Don't tempt me, Frodo.
Anyway, I think it's the best Iron. I love that every picture I've seen of that Iron Man, it's like a comic book cover has come.
You
to
like
mind.
the new one that came out, the comic one?
I don't need superior Iron Man, but I love that they did it.
I want it. I don't need
Yeah.
it, yes, but god damn it, I want it.
I
It
don't know.
looks cool as hell.
Yeah. And I love that comic sculpt, you know. I love it.
I'm glad that they're getting into more comic stuff right now because I will get rid of most of my collection if they go full comic.
Same.
Go pure comic with my
Same.
collection.
I will get rid of all of my licensed likenesses and
Yeah.
buy comic figures all day.
Yep. I only started buying the 1/6 scale stuff because I wanted comic book representation on my shelf, and these were the
Yes.
most detailed looking, best looking comic looks of things. And you know, it kind of just ballooned it to some uncontrollable rate, as it does. But you know, if they change to going comic, I'm all in for it. So
Yep.
let's hope.
Okay, I've kept you guys far too long, but I do want to get to one thing.
All right. I guess 2 hours, over 2 hours. Damn.
Yeah, I do
Yeah,
want to
let's
get to
go.
one thing because I got into it today and it frustrated me to no end. I have a figure in my collection that I consider the worst figure in my
Oh
collection.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you were teasing this out at the beginning.
So today, here's a breakdown of my day. If this was a professional show, there'd be like a whole cut to a scene and then music and then a bunch of slides, and no, it's not that. So my fat ass got up and went downstairs and made breakfast, came to the basement, exercised, and then spent 2 hours trying to take a toy photo. And I recently got Black Manta, so I wanted to take a photo of Black Manta and Aquaman.
It's
So
Aquaman.
I
that's
spent
terrible.
2 hours with the worst figure in my collection. He looks great if he's just standing still, but sorry, Alberto, is your boy not in ears?
Nah, I wasn't talking to you. Sorry. Yeah, it's my.
All right. I was gonna say this figure fucking sucks.
No, he's right. He's right. You can see him in the glass of Alberto's case.
Yeah, he's over there. He's like, Daddy, I want
Oh,
to talk.
you just need. You know what you need? You need a new sculpt with like actual hair, so you could pose the head.
There you go.
Oh wow, really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
That side stays up. This side just and then it crinkles so bad.
I'm surprised that the material hasn't cracked too.
And then he's got some bat butt going on. But no, this figure may look great just standing like this.
Yeah.
But one thing, and you guys won't be able to see it, his eyes look that
Dead.
direction. They look off to the side. So any photo you're trying to take with him, the eyes look in an opposite direction, and you cannot pose him whatsoever. Like, and he's got a huge, Alberto, please tell me, little fellow is gone.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The bulge.
Yeah, just
Wasn't that like one of his? I heard that when he was doing pictures or the figures are coming out for the character, he had it in his rider in his contract that he had to have the biggest bulge of everybody on the.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he has that in his rider for his figures and whatnot.
Talk about
No.
you. Dear Lord.
No. It's so bad. The figure literally is only good if you're standing him straight up, holding his trident. Other than that,
Yeah.
the creases, when you tried to make him make a movement, they look so unrealistic. It's all fabric and shit. It's
Yeah.
terrible.
The
Awful.
rubbery suit material they use for some figures, like that one there,
I hate
I
it.
hate it.
Yeah. So of all the figures in my collection, I can deal with not having someone that's posable, but I can work with it. But if you move him out of a museum pose, he doesn't look There's no realism. He looks like a cheap action figure. So yes, Aquaman. I'm sorry, Matthew Weekly, who tuned out a long time ago, but that is the worst figure in my collection.
I was not expecting that. I didn't know which one it was going to be.
Yeah,
but
it's god awful.
Either I thought it was something else. Yeah.
it does make sense, though. I don't know what would be the worst figure in my collection.
We
probably
gotta
don't have
know. We gotta know.
You're not going to get an answer today because I only have like a quarter of my collection in my house. The rest is in my storage unit because I live in an apartment. So it's probably not. It probably didn't make the house. Whatever is the worst.
Mine would be possibly one of the Chewbacca's, one from Star Wars, maybe. But I like them both. But I don't know. It's a tough pick.
I love my Chewie, but he's covered in snow that I can't remove from his fur. For one shot I took years ago, I used this artificial snow,
Yeah.
and it got all in Chewie's fur, and I can't get it out to this day.
Hopefully that picture was worth it.
Not really. None of my pictures are worth it. They're all shit, but that one was especially shit. And I'm like,
Not
fuck.
true, but yeah.
No. I'm like Kevin Feige when it comes to photographs. With his recent interview, he said Marvel has never released a script that he liked. I get that. I've never taken a photo that I actually liked after
You're setting your
back on it.
standard, brother. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you rarely ever have even. I don't even think you had a miss in your photos there, Jordan. So yeah,
No.
do your big eye look.
I appreciate you, but I take that compliment the same way you take compliments, Tom. Like, no.
Oh, well.
Just give me a turtle shell to hide under. I'm good. It's no good.
I don't
right.
know, but I do shit all the time, so stop complaining.
Alberto, you're a shining golden god. You're perfect.
You managed to take a photo. Like you'll get a figure, and you'll have a finished edited photo within 24 hours. And I do not understand how you have that, and a child, and a loving wife, and like a job, like an actual important job in this world.
Yes.
Like, I do not understand how you exist as a human being.
No.
And you're super kind, and you're also really on top of like releases and stuff. Like, how do you manage all this? I don't know.
Obsessive compulsive disorder, insomnia, and I don't know, high blood pressure. I got pills for that, so I'm okay.
What I hear is our mental illnesses are our superpowers. This is what
Yes.
I spoke late. It might be in the spectrum at some point, but I don't know. So, but that works. You know, I get to do all that stuff you just mentioned. I wish I could sleep more because that's catching up to me with old age. But
Yeah. If no one knows, Alberto is a superhero. For sure. Yeah.
Benjamin for life, boys.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Guys, thank you for going 2 hours and 15 minutes on this inaugural episode of the Nerdocracy, the show for nerds, governed by nerds. You may vote some of us nerds in or out at some point because that is the point of a nerdocracy. And I would understand totally if you'd just rather see a show with Tom and Alberto. I would too.
Don't give the internet power. Do
yeah.
not give
Oh.
the internet any power or agency ever.
They've got power and agency. But it's
Take
been
that back.
fun. Really, this whole thing was just, I don't know. We want to talk about nerd shit. And I can't think of two better people to talk about nerd shit with. So that's why we're here. And we will continue on, whether it be all of us at once or one at a time. Who the hell knows? It's been fun. We'll continue to do it. Hopefully people enjoy it. But really, it's just an outlet. At the end of the day, I don't really give a shit if you enjoy it. I just like to talk about nerd shit. So
This is a great ending so far.
yeah, I
Yeah.
appreciate the views, but at the end of the day,
We don't
I'm
give a
still
shit
gonna do
about
it.
you.
Yeah,
Fuck
I love
all.
you, but I
Bye.
hate you. Yeah. But no, thanks, Matthew, TJ, everyone that joined in, and thank you, Tom, and thank you, Alberto.
Yeah, thank you, Jordan.
I appreciate it a lot. Yeah. So we're going to end the stream, and we'll be back. At least some of us, maybe just one of us, but some of us will be back next week. All right. Cheers. Cheers, guys.